Hi friends, welcome to my channel Chic and Savvy, where we talk about all things relating to planning and budgeting. My name is Carissa, and today we will be budgeting my paycheck for the 4th week of March. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's open up my planner. Okay, so let's go to our finance section. And let's review our goals. So our goals for this month were to stick to the budget, spend less on food. We were going to do that by spending only what we have, spending less on food, and saving. By not using credit cards, packing our lunches, and thinking of our long-term goals before impulse buying. So let's go ahead and get our sheets. Okay, so we have our finance calendar here. So let's see where we are at. So this is going to be our 4th paycheck, and we are getting paid on the 20th. So it is going to be my paycheck. So let's go ahead and write 320. I almost wrote 2024. What am I doing? Okay. For some, you might be thinking, why is this your 4th paycheck? Because it's so early in the month. That is because I plan ahead when I do our budget and see where the paychecks fall and what would be best for us and how to organize that. So our first paycheck technically was on the 31st of February, or not the 31st, the 28th of February. So we used that as our first paycheck opposed to the 6th of the month. Because if we would have used March 6th as our first paycheck, all of our bills that come out before that, we wouldn't have used that paycheck for those bills. I hope that makes sense. I could explain that a little bit more when we do our first paycheck of April to kind of show you. But our first paycheck of April is going to be the 28th of March. So that way that paycheck is able to cover the first, second, or whatever of those bills, opposed to the next week where we wouldn't have the money to pay for those bills. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It might be a little confusing, but I'll go ahead and talk more about that maybe on the next video. So that way, because it'll be a true first paycheck, and we'll see what that paycheck is going to cover and why we do it that way. So our 4th paycheck of the month is going to be on the 20th, and it's going to be mine. So I'll go ahead and write. And these are budgeted amounts. We don't know what the actual amount is going to be. And so we are going to budget $12.90. Perfect. Okay. So I do make these sheets myself. They're super easy. I make them on Canva. I took an already existing template that I found and then just kind of customize it to fit my needs and my budget. So I used a zero-based budget. So what that means is I dedicate every dollar that we earn to a category. So fixed expenses are bills like your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, your phone bill, your debt, anything like that goes into the fixed expenses column. And then variable spending is anything that is also an expense, but the amounts can fluctuate, such as groceries, gas, spending, entertainment, anything like that. And then savings, this is where you would put all of your sinking funds and savings challenges. And then debt is technically a fixed expense, but I like to break mine out so I can see how much I'm paying towards debt every single month. And then this is our cash envelope breakdown sheet. So here is where we write all of our categories that we're going to take out in cash, and then we break it down to see how many bills we need, and then we get a total right here so we can take it to the bank. Okay, so our fixed expenses for this paycheck, so paycheck 4 is in green right here. So anything that's in green is we're gonna use that paycheck to pay. So the first one is credit 1. That is a debt, so I'm gonna put that on the back. And then we also have USAA, so that is car insurance. So we're gonna put that one on here. And USAA, I have my bill sheet here. I have that one blank because this number is going to be changing, but I know it's gonna be around 264. And then we have a loan, and so that's gonna go on our debt side. A credit card, that's gonna go on our debt side. And then we have Webtoon, that is a subscription. And Webtoon is $11. And then next we have Verizon. And this is my Verizon bill. Me and my husband are on separate bills. And that's just because we were separate before we got married, and it's just easier to keep it that way until one of our phones is paid off. So Verizon for me is gonna get $70. And then Crunchyroll is another subscription. And that is going to get $11. And then we have Wi-Fi. And this actually went up. So here it says 55. Let me go ahead and change that. It's actually going to be 80. Perfect. Okay, so that's all that we have. So we have our insurance, Webtoon, my phone bill, and Cox. And that is gonna total, let's get our calculator. So 264, 11, 70, 11, 80. So it's gonna be 436. Perfect. So let's go ahead and do our debt side. So for debt, we have credit 1. Oh, you know what? Actually, I just paid that off. I totally forgot. So we can cancel that out. And then, that's super exciting. I totally forgot about that. And then here, where is it? I don't know if I want to put like a no, I should. And all right, paid. So that is very exciting that that credit card is no longer, we paid it off. It's no longer in our bills, and we could allocate that money to something else. So that is awesome. Me and my husband's biggest goal is to get rid of debt. So seeing that we're actually making progress is a huge win for us. I'm excited. Okay, so we could take that off. Next is the loan. And that is 53. And then Discover. So this is our next debt that we're working to pay off, and we should pay it off actually next month. And it says 100 here, but we're actually going to allocate more funds since we're no longer paying this credit card. So we're going to do 280. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and see. So that is 333. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're good on this. We got all of these bills written down for the month, so we should be good to go. So I'm gonna leave this open because we're gonna need to know our Savopoly amounts. So I'll put this to the side. And now we're left with our sheet. Okay. So for variable expenses, I have my monthly ones and weekly ones that I do every week. So the first one is mine and my husband's spending. So we each get $60 to spend. And that might be a lot to some people, but for us, that covers any outside food we want to eat. That covers anything we need to buy for the week. And that's just what works for us in our budget. And then the next one we're going to do is for our mom. So we both give our moms money and we just group it together. So we're going to do 50 for that. And then my wallet categories is eating out, fun times, and then donation. And this is the newer category that we've been starting is lunches. So this is for lunches that we buy at work that we want to spend out of, but I keep that money in my checking account. So eating out is going to get 30, fun times is going to get 30, donations gets 10, and lunches gets 30. Okay, so let's add this up. So we have 60, 60, 50, 30, 30, 10, and 30. 270. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see how much we have left over that we can work with to save. So our income is $12.90. Subtract fixed expenses. Subtract our variable expenses. And then subtract our debt. I did that wrong. Oops. Okay, so we have $251 left over. And let's see what we're gonna do to use this. I usually like to keep a little bit in my checking account as a buffer, but I have been allocating funds as a buffer to my checking account, so I do have that cushion already. And before, I was trying to build that up a little bit more. So I think we're good to be able to budget the rest of this. So let me go ahead and write down all of my sinking funds and savings challenges, and then we'll go ahead and do those amounts together. So I have all of this written down, so let's go ahead and see what we're going to allocate to each one. Let's start with the bigger ones. I know I wanted to allocate more funds to gifts because I do have to get a housewarming gift for a friend and a bridal shower gift for a friend. I currently have, let's see. I currently have 30 in there. So I want to try to bump that up because I need to get 2 gifts. So we're going to go ahead and put 50 in there. Where is it? Here. So we can subtract that. And then I also, is there anything else? Oh, let's go ahead and do our Savopoly. So I already rolled for this week and we were here. Oh, let me move. Okay. We were at 23 and then I rolled and I got 60, which is huge. I think, is that the biggest one on here? That's a 50. Yeah, it is. So of course I rolled a 60. So we're gonna be stuffing that, which I mean, it balances out because I only did $8, $3.23 the last few weeks for the month. So it has to balance out. So we're gonna go ahead and put 60 for that. But I love doing that challenge because you just never know what's gonna happen. But I have to make sure I have the money to save for that. And that's a huge amount of money to save for. But we're still in good shape. Okay, so now we can go ahead and just allocate the rest of these. My monthly, not my monthly, yeah, my monthly. Let me see how many we have left, how many pictures to color in. Okay, so we have 3. So each icon is worth 5, and I like to finish this for the month, and the goal is 60. So we have 3 left over, so that's 15. Where is it? So minus 15. Okay. I think that's good. Those are the ones I need to know ahead of time before I start allocating the rest of the money. So I usually do the same denominations for these. So and I don't think I'm changing really anything with that this week. So let's go ahead and put that in here. Checking cushion, I usually do 10. Investing is 10. Emergency fund, 10. 1 month ahead is 10. Future family and home. I think I'm gonna do 5. Car maintenance, let's wait. Savings, we'll do 10. Buffer is a 5. Dental is a 5. Home is a 5. Holidays is a 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Christmas is also a 5. And then travel and car maintenance. I usually do 15 for these, but because I'm putting so much here, probably lower both of those to 10. 21. So we have 3 categories left, and these are our personal savings. This is supposed to say you and me, or me and you, I'm sorry, but I started writing our names, I don't know why. But we have 20, so let's put 10 here and then 5 in these, and then we have $1 left, so we're good. Okay, so let's add this should be $2.50. I should have just kept it. I think it is. Yeah, because we had $1 left over, and we could have spent 2. Yes. Okay, perfect. So this is all good to go. This is good to go, and this is good to go. And then I keep a note section here and here for any notes that I want to write. So here, that pertain to the budget. And here I'm gonna write housewarming gift. And then bridal shower. And then, is there anything else? And then increase in Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, so we're good to go on this. So now we can move on to our cash envelope breakdown. So let me go back to here. So these, a majority of these are in my binders, but the only one that's not is my checking cushion. I keep this in my checking account. So the rest of these I'm gonna put on my cash envelope breakdown sheet. And then for my wallet stuffing, I do $20 of my spending, and then I keep 40 on my debit card. And then I stuff eating out, fun times, and donations in my wallet. So we'll go ahead and put a little dot next to those. So we're gonna write those on here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and write all of these down, and then we'll come back and then we'll do the breakdown together. Okay, so we are all good to go. Let's see what this is going to equal out to. Should be 20 plus 30 plus 30. Oops. 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 10, 20, 30, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 10, 20, 30, 5. 330. Is that right? Let's see. So this is 240 plus 20 plus 60, 70. Yep. I always get nervous because I've done this so wrong so many times. So I just want to make sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the breakdown. So my spending is going to get a $20 bill. Eating out and fun times, they both are 30, so they're going to get a 20 and a 10. Donation gets a 10. Investing, emergency fund, and 1 month ahead all get 10s. Future family and future home are both 5. Car maintenance and savings are both 10. Savopoly is 60, so we'll do a 50 and a 10. Monthly is 15, but they're in 5s, so we'll do 5, 10, 15. Buffer is a 5. Dental is a 5. Home is a 5. Gifts is 50. Let's see how I want to do this. I'm getting both gifts online, so I'll just go ahead and do a $50 bill because I'm going to take it back to the bank anyways. They're both probably going to be like an Amazon order. So let's do a 50. Holidays is 5. Travel is 10. Christmas is 5. Me and you is a 10. And then I had to combine these two because I didn't have enough lines. And so this is going to be 2 5s. Perfect. So let's go ahead and count these up. So we have no ones this week. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 $5 bills. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 10s. 1, 2, 3 20s. And then 2 50s. Okay, so this is 60. 110, 60, and 100. So let's go ahead and make sure this adds up correctly. And it does. And let's add up the bills. It's going to be 28 actual bills, physical bills. Perfect. So let me go ahead and get my sticky note so I can write down what I'm gonna take to the bank. So no ones. So we're doing 5, 10, 20, and 50. 12, 11, 3, and 2. And there's plenty of ways you can write this. I just write it on a sticky note. I think I do have some like teller slips that I had from previous budgeting stuff that I've tried before. I might try to find those. I think they were from the Budget Mom that I printed out and bought from her. But you could use whatever. I know a lot of people sell teller slips that you can buy or you can print or you can just write it like this. You're just taking it to the bank. So it's whatever you prefer. Okay, and so this total is 330. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here so I can take it back to the bank. All right, guys, so we are all done getting our budget ready for our paycheck next week. I'm so excited to have this done. It really relieves some stress off my back. And so I already know what to take from the bank. And I already know that my bills are going to be covered. And I have enough money for that. And I can see how much I'm going to save. So it's actually a huge, just a burden off my shoulders to get this done ahead of time. But I want to thank all of you for being by my side throughout this journey, and I can't wait to see where life takes us. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, friends.